It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show with Lady Love, Bad Bunny, and I go by Miss Lissa. We gon' wake that ass up. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show. We give you what you need, yo. You need, yo. Every 3 times a week, yo. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese, about to wake that ass up. Girl, who is you playing with? Wake that ass up. Told your big daddy when you wake your ass up. Yo, what is you waiting for? Wake that ass up.
After we do the show, then stop. Then what? Subscribe it like it's hot. After we do the show, then stop. Now what? Subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. Subscribe it like it's hot.
You do that bouncing chest move really well. You do that really well.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
What?
Shout out to the Biddy committee.
What up, y'all?
Speaking of biddies, I was just saying how I would like to reconstruct my biddies. While I am a natural gal and I do support women and their natural bodies, I nursed my daughter for almost a year, and I sometimes feel like I would like a breast lift. Random thought. Good morning, ladies.
Well, I don't have no children, and I'm 40, so these bitches need to be pulled all the way back up.
But I'm just saying that
it.
when you get a lift, you gotta add an implant or something. What do you think, Babs? Would you do something
when you
like
get
that?
a lift. Yeah, when you get a lift. But my homegirl, she had it, and she had the jelly implants, and I have a video of her on my phone because she was demonstrating how nice they look, and it's a very nice video.
I'm all here for the implant. You know, I thought about it. You know, I'm still thinking about it. You know, but hey.
But to all the ladies in your natural bodies, we love
you.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Beast on the Beat. You bought some. I know that every technical difficulty I seen bring the beats by one. So shout out to everybody who's showing love on the badges. I'm waiting for BK Bully. She's getting a lot of money. You know, bring the beats. We all gonna get our breasts done. We're gonna get us a good discount. A good influencer discount when we when the check clear. You know what I'm talking about?
I like your jacket, Bunny. It's very like a metallic rainbow. I like.
Thank you. And it got the bunnies on it.
Oh yeah. Shoot, come on. I like. Nice. Giving me those iceberg vibes. Today we have a special guest. Today we have.
I like what's happening with you, Miss Lissa. I love the background. I see the
again, Valentine's Day.
I am ready for love.
I really am, God. Whenever you ready, I know my husband is living in the future. Let me put my glasses on so I can see him. Whenever you're ready, I'm here. If you ask me, I'm ready. I just want to attract. I'm not going to chase. And that's just what it is.
Yeah, we got our guest in the building.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, yo, look, let me say something, right? Like last night, I kind of put what you guys posted on my story, and I'm like, yeah, seatbelts, ladies. But I'm sitting here listening to y'all morning conversation. It's like implants, lifts, and all of this shit. Maybe I need to put on my fucking seatbelt.
You definitely need to put on a seatbelt. This is a roller coaster with bacon, egg, and cheese. Yes.
I love it. I love
it. It early. Thank you so much for popping up on the show. You already know the vibe is Brooklyn all the time.
That's right.
We hope you do have your seatbelt on. You are very familiar with the ladies. I am Miss Lissa. Here on Bacon, Egg, and Cheese, you already know we chop up hot topics, dish the dirt, and we serve our raw opinions. And every now and again, we're lucky to have a legend such as yourself come through. So we're gonna prepare some flowers for you. Don't be afraid of the dirt. The dirt, you heard? But don't be afraid of the dirt. We're gonna Get the
should've thought
flowers
this
ready,
through.
but don't be scared of the dirt.
Hey, yo, Babs, you hear me? I should have thought this through. But I'm like, you know, I definitely got to come and support. I'm always going to support. Luck, I appreciate you as an artist and everything that you brought to the game. Lissa, how you say your name, baby? Miss Lissa.
Beyonce. No, Lissa.
Miss Lissa, I'm here to support you as well. I don't know you, but I'm definitely going to get familiar with you. And Babs, you know you my sister. Anything you need. The only way I won't do it is if I absolutely can't and even.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful, but why you gave us our flowers,
Ready to
we're
go.
here to give you your flowers. It is not about us, it is about you today. Welcome to the BEC Show. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we got one hand for M.O.P in the building. You know,
Take everything off.
I wonder how many people actually had to take things off to that song. You know what I mean? Like, because I know that I used to listen when I was a criminal. I used to listen to certain songs. I'm a retired criminal, you know. I do not like jail. But I know that there's certain songs that I used to listen to. So, you know, shout out to the people who changed their lives, but definitely got money to that song, you know. It definitely created an energy.
Fucking crazy.
Created an energy. So I hope you guys took you know, changed your life since then.
Yo, did anybody see how beautifully she displayed those words? That's amazing. Shout out to everyone who changed their lives. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That is
But
brilliant.
got money to this song. Whether you earned the money or they had to ante up, baby, you got money to this song. That's
right.
Can we talk a little bit about the development of the M.O.P group, how you guys met each other, and then, of course, your hit records? Like, how did you guys meet?
Me and Fame, when you talk about M.O.P, you're talking about the group. So you're talking about me and Fame. We don't know. I'm going to be that's absolutely honest. So I said this to Fame like a year and a half ago in the airport because somebody asked me the question. I'm like, yo, son, do you remember where we met at, how we met? We don't know how we met, where we met. We can't say we met in the park, which definitely not the park because we didn't have no parks in the neighborhood. We can't say we met at the store. We can't say we met in school, nothing. So we've been tied together that long that we don't know. Babs know a lot of the story. But we've been tied together that long that we don't know. So, yeah, there you have it. I don't know. The nigga still gets on my nerve. I love him to death, but we don't know how we met each other. That's just how it is.
Shout out to Fame. Shout out Fame. You guys have always shown me love everywhere across, you know. We cross paths. Like, you guys are the ones on the EPMD. Next up, you know, a lot of people, I don't know if that is, if everybody knows. I don't know the story of it. I heard some stories of it. Hey, man, that's between Eric. That's, okay, that's between you and Eric. Shout out my mother, you know, in the comments. But what I wanted to ask about, of course, there's so much rich history with you guys, but one of my favorite memories, I think it was All-Star in Vegas, and you guys was out there, and I was with Fox. So shout out Fox M.O.P. How's Fox doing? My favorite light-skinned gangster out here.
She's chilling. She's good. She's I would say raising her son now, but now her son's a grown man. So, but that's what she's been doing for the last few years, just focusing on keeping him in order and getting him in college and all of that. So, but she's good though. I just spoke to her a couple days ago.
When we was in Vegas before I got saved, I was telling Fox, I like Fox. Before I got the Lord in my life, I like, yo, Fox, man, yo, come to my room, cause they had made a mistake. We were staying at the Tropicana, and they made a mistake with our room. Somebody was already checked in our room, so because of their mistake, they gave us the super duper suite. So we had a view of everything. I mean, you can't tell Luck nothing. Luck knows how to complain. You know, they put me first class. I got a first class flight to there because I know how to complain. Let me tell you. So they put us in the super duper suite. So I told Fox, yo, Fox, man, I got the liquor upstairs. I got the weed. I got bitches. She's like, bitches, I ain't gay. And that was one of the most awkward I've ever had in my life. Fox is so gangster, so thorough. I said, all right. My God. Pull up.
Yo, holy
Please
shit.
still come. Please.
Yeah,
Please
yeah,
still
I
come.
didn't know that part of the story. I didn't know
Please still come through.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I didn't know that part of the story. But I'm glad you guys had a good time.
Yeah, but she checked me right away, like, and I was confused. I was confused, you know. But shout out Fox, you know,
Yes.
M.O.P. man.
Yes.
I love you guys so much.
My sister, I love her. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. And Fox is just such a grounded person. You know what I mean? She don't fake it for nobody. Like the same whatever thought that happened with that moment, like she'll do that with anybody. Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. What are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? And she gonna chase her, and she gonna chase her boo. And she gonna chase her boo.
What you just said.
That's my girl Fox, man. And she's so loyal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very hard to find people like that. So you find the loyal people that's around you and that's been around you all your life. When you go outside to find someone that loyal, that's amazing. You're not going to get that too many times in a lifetime. So I love Fox, and she's 100% down with us and for us, and she's always there, even if she's not there. You know what I mean?
That's right. And much love to the girls out there who stugged out and be like, nah, Luck, it ain't like that. I wasn't trying to holler. I was like, we got, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to them.
I love you.
Shout out.
I love you.
So I know Fame does a lot of the production as well. Do you do production as well too?
Nah, you know what? I made one beat in my life, and I sold it. Right? Sold it for 20 grand. I was happy as hell about it. I've never made a beat before or after it. I just got drunk. This was my Drowned in Hennessy days. I got drunk, and I felt something, and I had the engineer. I told him to pull up this, find this sound, and I just made this beat. And then I sold it. I don't know how it get over to Puffy, to Diddy or whatever, whoever we're calling him today.
Love.
But he liked the beat. Brother, okay, Love. So he liked the beat, and he liked the song, the idea that we put to it. So dude, he like, yo, here's some money for the joint. Just come bring your sounds. Let's get this shit, let's get it going. So that was the first and only time I've made a beat. I think I can do it, but I kind of more stay in my lane. I do what I can do. I'm not one of those dudes that'll try to do something that I'm not so confident in. Like, it just doesn't make sense to do shit that you can't do because you're gonna make a complete ass of yourself.
Brother, that is the
You can
craziest
NFT the beat right now.
Yeah, like you got
different. You can NFT the beat.
Yeah, people been making beats their whole life and didn't get a check for it. Like, what kind of I shot a half-court shot and I don't play basketball no more story is this? Like, what kind of, I went on the court, I shot a half-court shot, and I was like, man, this is not for me. What? You know?
Yeah.
And
If it works, it works, right?
I sold the beat to Diddy of all people, and then I was just like, I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Oh, shit.
What?
Yeah.
Am I bugging, ladies? Am I is that the
Absolutely not bugging. Absolutely not bugging. Like, I just made one beat, I sold it to Diddy, and that was it. And then I just stayed, stay in my lane. Yeah.
You know what? I just don't think about it like that. Like, I think about it as being grounded. Like, we're in the business, right? We're in the business. So the way we look at it, other people don't see it. So me selling a beat to Diddy to someone else, that's like, holy shit, right? To me, it's like, I just sold the beat to the nigga Puff that Big used to run with, that I used to see all the time. That, you know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal.
No.
See, it's not that big of a deal to me.
No,
but being that you brought it up.
Granted, I don't know what industry you talking about. I've been in industry my whole life, and if I sell a beat that I made one time to Diddy, it is humongous. That's big news.
But Lady Luck, your friend said that when you was in Miami, that Diddy was trying to hang out with you and was like, Lady Luck, come get a drink. And you was like, no, I'm not hanging out with him. So you was acting brand new with Diddy one time.
Well, no. She just didn't want to drink.
No, she said she wants some stuff. Tell him the story.
This story is not what happened I was very salty after a certain battle had happened. You know what I'm saying? And these was what I call my dark ages. This is years ago. This is a long time ago, ladies and gentlemen. But at that time, it was very dark out in the streets for Lady Luck. So I didn't know how to proceed. I'm sitting there listening to the story myself. I don't even remember the story. And then she started telling me stories about how I did that to Ludacris and all kind of Chris Rock. I was so deep into depression, I don't even remember these stories. You know what I'm saying? I see Diddy today. He said, "Look, let's have a drink." Y'all going to carry me out of the bar. You get but back then, I was on my bullshit. Like, nah, I ain't fucking with nobody. Nobody fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, I don't know what happened. I went through the valley of the shadow of death, ladies and gentlemen. So them stories do not hold me accountable.
We hear you, and this is a great excuse. You don't know. You don't remember. That's awesome. I don't remember.
I'm serious.
That's great.
Yo,
That's
I'm
great.
with my cousin. Yo, Billy, I'm with my cousin, right? My cousin, you know, he's had some rough days. He's had, you know, some rough days in his life. So he was like, remember when we was with, nigga tell me, remember when we was with Chris Rock? I said, Chris Rock? No. He told me, remember we was with Seinfeld? I said, Seinfeld? I said,
say his name again.
I said, no, because you know, Seinfeld, my guy. And I was like, cousin, them drugs really been hitting. He was like, yo, don't try to play. We was with Seinfeld. I said, yo, we was never with no Seinfeld, brother. I would remember meeting Seinfeld. So I called my other cousin. I said, yo, this nigga tell me we was with Seinfeld. He said, and Chris Rock. You don't remember we was at the Apollo? I said, what? You know what I'm saying? So, there are people out there who got stories that I don't remember. I done tried to, you know. So I'm shout out to everybody who got a good story with Lady Luck, okay? Because you tell me something. Me and my mother's like that. My mother watching right now. People have come and told us stories about how they ate at our house. Dinner, had funny stories, and me and my mother look at each other and say, I've never seen you in my life before. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
Hey, yo. Hey, listen, God forbid if we ever have to take some steps back and get back into the things that we used to be into. I'm riding with Lady Luck because she's not telling shit. I'm like, she's I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Yeah. That's it. I love it.
No, but when I was doing that stuff, I really did know. So when the police asked me questions, people knew not to tell me nothing. I really did know. The DEA ran down on this. I'm going to call you, man. Rhode Island. Wait till you just Lady Luck movie. They took me to the police department. They said, they sat me down. I said, listen, I'm going to tell you everything I know. I don't know nothing. They just they paid me to drive up here. I didn't even say pay. I said we was driving up here. I thought we was coming to see some women. And it's like, you ain't know they was coming up here to get bricks of dope. Bricks of dope?
What is that? What is that?
What? I said if I knew they was coming to Rhode Island to get dope, they was like, what, you would have said don't come? I said, no, I would have said, who gets dope in Rhode
Right.
Island?
That's the real issue
was a
here.
failed mission.
Yeah.
That's the real issue here. Oh,
that
she's
a
nuts.
whole fact.
I love it. So grounded. I love it.
Now, before we get into these topics, I need to speak because, like, I tell this story often when people ask me about how I started rapping and all of this stuff. So why I got Billy sitting up here, I don't know if he knows, because I've said it all the time, that M.O.P. is the reason why I started rapping, why I believed that I could be a rapper, because I used to be a dancer. I thought I was going to be one of Janet Jackson background dancers in the Rhythm Nation video. You couldn't tell me nothing. And so, you know, we live on the same block, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he lives right across the street from me, and I'm watching them get their deal, and they come up, and I just wanted to be down. So I'm in my crib, like, oh shit, I'm gonna be a part of M.O.P. They don't know, but I'm in my crib writing rhymes. Fuck that shit. Like, I'm gonna be a part of this shit. Like, yeah, and I'm in the crib writing rhymes. Like, and so they have no idea. Time goes on. I remember I seen Fame one day, and I was like, yo, I rap. And he was like, you rap? I said, yeah. And he said, me hear something. So I started rapping, and then he was like, you ain't write that. I was mad. I was like, nigga, I've been writing rhymes since St. Mark's Avenue. Nigga, I wrote this shit. Like, and so I was like, all right. And then fast forward, I get a deal, and then I see him again, and I was like, I told you, nigga. And then he just gave me a hug. He was like, yo. And so that is my history. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I just want to say thank you. I have you up here for changing my life. Because you changed my life. Like, you know, you made me believe that I could do something great. And I did something great. You know, when you see somebody that you know, make something out of nothing, because we come where we come from, shit is real.
Yeah, it was bad.
At the end of
it was bad.
Like it was bad. And so when I seen this, and then to see, all the people around just so happy for them. You know what I mean? Like, just so happy. Like, yeah, somebody from our block, our hood, we made it. And like, nobody knew. I'm like, oh yeah, we did make it, nigga, because I'm gonna be.
Hey yo, let me tell you something. When I heard you were actually rapping, because I heard about you rapping before you actually put anything out, before the show and anything. I was so happy. Like, it's that moment of pride that you have when you like, my people are moving. Like, we are actually doing something that we were voted. We were all voted most likely to fail or be dead in jail and shit. But to see you actually doing it, I was like, great. Now let me tell you what really worked though. That you was fucking dope. Right? Like, if you wasn't dope, then I'm still gonna love you and support you, but you was dope. I'm like, nigga, that's that extra pride, nigga. I got fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got fire coming from over here. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when I seen you in Miami, I think it was in Miami, some kind of award show or something. I was like, and the lights was on. Like, when I say the lights was on, them shits was glowing on you. I'm like, wow, look at her work. She going. I love it. I fucking love it, yo. So anything, like I said, as far as you go, anything you're doing, I'm always supporting you. Even if I'm not there, if you don't see me, I'm there. Trust me, believe me. So I got an obligation to you and everybody else that come from where we come from. So I'm really proud of you. Keep going.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I will always because that is the real. So if you fucking with Babs, that's the man and his partner that y'all should be thanking for Babs even rapping, because they made me believe that I could do it. I just wanted to be down. I just wanted, like, what niggas is doing a video on a block. Like, no.
I'm outside. Niggas said I'm outside.
On that type of time shit. Like, yeah.
Right.
Here we go, all these years later. And so for me to be able to sit here with him and to be able to tell him this is major for me. Like, this is beyond major for me, because I'm looking at the man that is is one of my purpose. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. And I wanted to tell you that because, like, we need to hear things like that. And that's just real shit for me. So just know that you are the reason. You
That's
are.
dope.
Yeah,
I be telling my kids and shit. See, I be telling everybody. I be telling the kids and shit, like, I made some kind of impact, right? And to me, it doesn't. Not that it don't matter who don't get impacted from what I do, but it's really about who does, right? Like somebody like yourself or my son, or it's not really the masses for me, right? It's that one-on-one connection that makes it really important. So I'm the kind of dude that I'll get off the stage in front of, I mean, you know the story, Babs, like we had to work to get through, and luck, you know how it goes. You got to work your way up. So I've played in rooms with 8 people in the beginning, then it went to 80 people, then it went to 800 people, then it went to 8,000. I've literally played in front of 80,000 people. But I'm always going to do it the same. And when I get off the stage, I'm always going to interact. It's somebody I'm going to interact with, like really interact with them, not just, here, take the picture, I'm gone. So that impact that you have on people, it's going to be strong. Somebody's really going to feel that. Somebody's really going to take something from that. Like growing up, where we grew up at, like you had to not blend in, but you had to fit in. So whatever was going on in the neighborhood, you had to be with that. You know what I mean? I always say with the shit, right? Like you had to really be with it. But to be honest, like I've always been a good guy. You know what I mean? So regardless to how many times I had to reload or go borrow somebody else's shit to make sure we was all right, I've always been a good guy. So even when, you know, if you rob a nigga or you hit a nigga upside the head or something, I always kind of felt bad about it the next day and shit. You know what I mean? but I feel like that impact, if you lock into one person anywhere around the world, like that's your success. Like that's my success story right there. Like I know people in places that I can't even pronounce that when I say like they beyond fans, like I can call them. I'll go and I'll stay in people's houses in Vienna, right? Yeah. This was somebody that walked up on me when I was a slim, young, drinking Billy Danze, and he'll walk up on me at the show. Now he has an entire family. He's showing me pictures of me and him as kids, him and his whole family at the show. Invite me to the house because it's that connection. So you got to have that connection with somebody around the world. Somebody.
Yeah, there's a lot of international love in the comments. So like when you did the show with 80,000 people, like how did that feel? Of course, everybody's nervous before they go on stage, but you guys' stage performance is just so ridiculous, and I want to get into that next. You know how you guys mesh with the energy, but how was that? Like, what was that feeling like performing in front of that many people?
You know what, Luck? Like, I kind of black out. I black out.
It looks like that from where we're at too.
And now I kind of I'm sober, so I don't drink, I don't smoke, like I'm never high. So for the first 15 years of my career, I was drunk as hell. It was all a blur. You know what I'm saying? And then I used the energy from fame, and God bless Boob. I would use their energy to get on the stage, and I block everybody out. I don't give a fuck who's out there. 1.5 million people. I don't see you until I get in gear. And what gets me in gear is me looking at fame, and we doing this for us. We doing this for us. And then I just kind of that shit just kick in, and I'm like, I see the 80,000 people, but it don't matter to me because I get the energy from fame, and we're rocking from each other. So you do get a little nervous, even to today, like after doing it for almost 30 years. If I got to get on the stage, I'm nervous before I get on the stage. But when I get on the stage, it's that energy. And then I'm kind of, I don't want to say cocky now, but I feel like I'm the shit, right? So I get on the stage, I'm comfortable, right? So I get on the stage now and I go, I think I'm all right. I got this, right? I got this small shit. I got it. But it's, you know, it's still that energy and that rush that makes you a little bit nervous, but I get through it. You know what I mean?
You guys' energy is so crazy. Now, I know, like, when people have been hard on Coy Leroy, I think that's how you say it, Leray. I know that and when people first start off in the industry, their shows may not be the best. And then as they grow and they get, you know, people to help them and perform, like, was you guys' energy always nuts because you're from this block in Brooklyn with Babs, or was that something that you guys had to develop over time?
Well, as far as the stage presence, that's crazy. I thought about that the other day, and I didn't know anybody was going to ask that. But I did a show. You got to think, right? You think about where we coming from, right? Me, Babs. I don't know where you from, my dear, but more than likely you from the same part of the shit that we from.
Yes.
But so where we coming from, these places, is like the people that we look up to in this business is like they're so far away. Like I didn't realize, like when I used to go to my grandmother's house, I didn't realize that fucking Russell Simmons was right up the block, or LL Cool J lived even closer than that, or when I'm home, Big Daddy Kane lived right across town. So when we get on the stage, the second time we got on the stage, when I got on the stage, everybody was in the room, from like Russell Simmons to fucking Leo Cohen and all of these other. This is my second time on the stage. I'm fucking scared to death. I literally got on the stage and turned around, right? I turned around. I'm rapping with my back turned. I don't know what the fuck to do here. I'm used to robbing niggas, smoking weed, getting high, you know what I mean? Trying to get a hero, trying to get some money for a hero or something. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing about this. But Kid Capri is right in front of the stage, banging on the stage. Yo, turn the fuck around, right? I don't know. I'm nervous now. Now I'm even more nervous. Turn the fuck around. I did the whole show with my back turned. And the impact that I had on, you can have a negative impact or a positive impact, right? The impact was these dudes ain't ready. These dudes are not ready. And there was dudes in that, and there was people in that show that night that was like, they liked the records, but they was like, nah, they ain't ready. I didn't know, right? So then that's when I developed that, fuck everybody else, it's about us, let's grow. So now I figured out all I got to do is pay attention to Fame. Because Fame is like heartless. He just don't give a fuck. He'll just walk out. He don't give a fuck where he at. He don't care. This nigga's all up and down Flatbush Avenue and shit. Like, he don't care. He don't care. So once he go out there, and I just pay attention to him, and then God bless my brother Boo Bang, who, like, you know, Babs, you know, Boo was just like, his favorite word was, fuck that. So if you keep looking at Boo and he's going, fuck that. Fuck that. We going now. That's my
That's
energy
some good
right there.
energy. Yo,
Yeah.
I use that slogan maybe about 400 times a day. And that's how I've gotten developed. You know, and my mother,
Right.
she's watching. I don't know if she's still here because it's been a lot of Christmas. My mother,
Right.
you know, she go through things, and I say those two words to her, and I know, Ma, you you lead in the prayer line. You have the prayer every morning. Like, my mother is Jesus head to toe. But she calls me and say certain things, and it messes with her the way I don't like it. I say, "Mom, say fuck that." Shit, Ma, I can't say it. Well, imagine you think it in your mind. You don't know how much those two words get you through everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything. Like, somebody trying to play you that. If the bills is due, you don't know how you gonna pay it. Don't sit in the crib and get all worried. That. You know what I'm saying? Then get over it, and then have some clear thought. So,
that's right.
ladies and gentlemen, those two words, I suggest you use it more often, and
right.
pray God
Yes.
after you, and
feel that way.
Now, before we get into our topics, I want to just ask you this last question real quick, because you mentioned that you don't smoke and you don't drink anymore. Now, coming from me, the lipstick smoker, the pothead queen, shout out to all my female smokers out there. You know, I've been feeling like I wanted to stop for a little while, right? But it's kind of hard. How did you do it? And do you, like, what is the difference? How do you feel now? Do you feel like you get more done? Because that be my main reason for wanting to stop. I just feel like I will get more done, like, if I stop smoking. So how do you feel about that?
Well, I think for me that is absolutely the truth. Like, because I don't smoke, I don't drink, I got more of a focus. But before I stopped smoking and drinking, I literally felt like I can't do this shit without it. Like, how the fuck I'm gonna go in here and write an amazing verse without being high? Or how I'm gonna do an amazing performance without being drunk? It just didn't make sense to me. So we was in San Francisco, and I want to say, like, it was Brad, Coolio, a few other people. We all in one room, and somebody gave me some weed to roll. Right? Well, we smoked some weed. Let me just say it like that. We smoked this weed, and my motherfucking chest started hurting. I'm like, wait a minute, I can't breathe none of this shit. We got 40 minutes to get on the stage, right? I don't know what's going on. Turns out I'm having an anxiety attack, but I don't know what's going on. When I thought about it, I'm like, yo, somebody done slipped me some shit in this weed, right? Well, look, I'm going. Then I rethink. I'm going, ain't nobody slipped me nothing. I rolled the fucking weed, so ain't nobody in it. Ain't nothing in this shit, right? So anyway, we've got to leave the hotel and go to the show, and again, I'm still having this fucking panic attack, but I don't know what it is. I'm like a 21, 22-year-old kid. I'm like, nigga, I'm dying. I don't know what the fuck going on here. So get to the stage, got that figured out. Left San Francisco, came back to the crib, and you know where I used to live at, Babs. I literally had the limo go past my motherfucking house. He tried to pull over. I said, nigga, keep going. Kept going, went right to St. Mary's Hospital. I'm like, Doc, look, it's over. Let me know what's going on here. So he said to me, you smoking too much. That's all it took, right? All right, cool. I never smoked again. Same with alcohol. I was drinking alcohol like ridiculously. I would come down from, to go to do the show. I'll come down to my hotel. We have a few drinks, leave, go to the venue, go backstage in the dressing room, have a few drinks, get on the stage with an entire bottle. By the time I finish the show, the bottle's gone. right? Get off the stage, dry off, drink some more. Go to the hotel. Like, now I'm thirsty and shit. I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm thirsty. I'm trying to kill myself with this alcohol. So what wound up happening is when I go to, so I'm a hypochondriac. So if you tell me you got a headache, I got a brain tumor, right? So I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to the hospital right now. So I get to the hospital, doc like, yo, you know, your sugar levels is a little bit high. So I'm like, all right, cool. He said, what? I said, what to do? He said, yo, stop doing this, stop doing that, stop doing that. That's all it takes. So anything that's gonna hurt me, I'm not gonna do.
There you go. So basically, I gotta feel like I'm dying, and then I stop smoking, and then I want to stop smoking.
No,
So
Babs,
that's
I gave you. No, look, sis,
all right.
I gave you
guess
my.
I ain't got no. Listen,
Now look,
I
I
need
gave
some
you.
shit then.
I gave you my story and what worked for me, right? So what should work for you, especially at this point in your life? Like, you're grown now. When all of this shit was happening to me, I was a kid. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I was a fearless kid. And that's how I dealt with it. But you're grown. You got a kid, you got a career, you want to move forward. A lot of times, you can go in these rooms, and we regular, you know what I mean? We grounded. So we're going to be drunk when we walk in the room. We're going to be drunk when we walk in the room. But the people that's sober sometime in the room view you a different way. So you don't want to fuck your money up. You don't want to fuck up your opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And there's no way you can be as nice as you are, or you luck, as nice as y'all are, and go, there's no way I can write a bomb-ass record without being high or drunk. Because if you get half of a Lady Luck or half of a Babs lyrically from being sober, then you still got a dope-ass MC. So you don't really need it.
Well, my bud smoking don't come from me feeling like I needed to write. It comes from like, I am a mother, okay? Like, shit is real. I'm a single mother, all right? And I got a son. Okay?
I'm checking out her excuses and shit, but I got
nigga, I'll be like, whew, he at school, whew.
You don't, I tell you what, Babs, whatever you do, just don't hurt yourself. That's it. That's all I can say. Just don't hurt yourself. Because some shit is, you know, we can't undo. And then you start thinking, damn, 7 years ago, I said I was going to slow down on some shit. Had I did it 7 years ago, no, don't come fucking crying now. You know what I'm saying? But think about what's important, right? What's important is that you can continue to be the best you. And if anything that's bad for you, if it's something poison, like alcohol is poison. Smoke is bad for your lungs. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I still smoke cigarettes, but the shit's bad for your lungs, right? And that's just it.
You might as well smoke a blunt, bro. Turn his mic off.
She said, nah. I think smoking a blunt is to get high, though.
I was with Madeline. Now, mind you, I used to love Newports. Like, love them. Mm-hmm. I'm at the studio in LA with Mad Lion in them, and people was in there smoking Newports like it was 98 and like 1998. And I tell you, my chest was hurting for 2 days. I thought I got the Rona because of the way that I ain't smoked. And so, Lord, I woke up. I said, oh, my God, it done got me. I'm telling you, man. Babs, remember was you with me when I was complaining about that? I don't know, but the cigarette thing. And I used to love them.
So when you smoked cigarettes, this was years ago, right?
Yeah, I haven't smoked cigarettes. Like, I would say, like, right before the pandemic.
Too.
That's good. That's good,
I quit smoking, too, when I got pregnant. And then after I had my son, I never... See, that's what it took, some life-changing shit. So I gotta feel like I'm dying to stop smoking the bud.
No,
you gotta just challenge yourself.
Yeah.
It's like when 50 said, get rich or die trying.
Smoking cigarettes, I was smoking the bud.
So look, when you think about like okay, smoking a cigarette is obviously it's going to knock you the fuck off at some point, right? If y'all hadn't you hadn't did it late, Luck, you said you were smoking years ago, right? I gotta be honest. Like, my opinion on that is you wasn't caught up, like really caught up in it, because cigarette, like I said, like smoking weed, it took that for me to drop the weed. Liquor, which I mean that was my shit, right? Because I stopped smoking weed first, and then I turned into damn near an alcoholic. But soon as I figured that one day, it was a Tuesday. Nigga said, look, you gotta stop doing this, stop doing that. Wednesday, it ain't happened since that Wednesday after that to today. But with cigarettes, I obviously there's a problem with it because I don't smoke a cigarette to get any kind of. I don't get high from it. I don't get no feeling from it.
Nah,
You know what I
you
mean?
do,
It's
bro.
the most
It ain't
addictive.
that. No,
You
it's
feel
not.
that
No,
that
No.
menthol
Hold
hit
on.
your chest. You
Hold
feel
on.
it
something.
just calm you down. You
No,
had feel
it
something.
absolutely
I smoked
It does
jazz.
nothing.
I smoked. I was
Yeah,
happy.
it
I smoked
don't.
It do
retarded.
something,
That's all
baby.
in the mind.
Smoked
It does
It
nothing.
do something. You like doing that?
So
It
look,
I
relaxes
love.
you.
Yeah, I miss that. I would
no,
smoke
my
a cigarette
point
when
is,
I'm nervous. I smoke a cigarette to celebrate. I smoke a cigarette when I'm chilling. I smoke nothing hit like a
After
cigarette
no,
you
after
but
eat,
sex.
you be needing the stogie
Come
bogey.
on,
yeah,
all that.
but look, it's more in the mind, like Babs just said, because it don't get you high. Like when you drink, you get a feeling from it that lasts for a little bit of time, right? When you smoke weed, you get a feeling from it that lasts for a little bit of time. With cigarettes, it don't. Now, to be honest, I think, and I say this to people all the time, like I was able to quit weed, able to quit drinking, but cigarettes is hard. It's like, it's in comparison with like fucking heroin, like the way it has a hold of you. You know what I mean? Like, because motherfuckers sit around, like it does nothing for you, but you will be mad as fuck if you can't get your hand on a cigarette.
I just my
So
chest felt like it was gray inside. Like it felt like it
she
was
said like it was
gray
gray. I'm
box.
not even talking to
Baby,
you.
that's a
It felt
fact.
like a gray box inside.
Real quick,
Stay away
because
from it.
I at least want to get into one topic because you already know it's about to be over in a minute.
I'm
But
sorry.
let me just say this. But let me just say this to all the people that's cigarette smokers and that want to quit. You will. I used to love cigarettes. That like,
Love.
listen, I couldn't even have a phone conversation. Somebody called me. Let me tell you. I'm like, hold on. Let me get my cigarette, bitch. Let me
Yeah.
cigarette, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
Y'all smoke 100s? Y'all smoke 100s?
You know they smoking hundreds.
I was damn near 2
They
packs
want
a day.
thousands.
If you watch Making a Beer, I was ready to pop on a nigga because the nigga told me I had to put my cigarette out. Nigga, the fuck out of here, nigga. You crazy? Like, yeah. Oh, she can't see because of the smoke. Nigga, bye. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm smoking. That's what type of time I was on. But I'm gonna just tell you that it's possible, and when you're ready, it's gonna be when you're ready. It's gonna just be when you're ready, and that's just it. So when niggas is around me smoking, and they think they be in my car, they be like, I'll be like, yeah, just open the window. You can smoke. I don't try to judge nobody because I know how I felt when I was a smoker. So you can just open the window and then we good.
No, I'm
Go.
judging you.
No. I
You
know how
cannot
it felt
smoke
when I was a
nothing in my
smoker, but now
car.
I feel bad for the people that gotta breathe in the secondhand smoke because now it smells worse. Or even people that be clipping
They
cigarettes,
changed
like
it.
those,
They
Yeah, I
changed
don't.
the
those
cigarettes.
stenches.
Yeah, I don't.
So come on, let's stop beating Billy up.
Like my
I
husband
don't like.
cannot
No, I
smoke
listen.
cigarettes, so
Mad
if you've been trying to holler at me, you wonder why I'm not calling you back. That's why.
Bitches.
I don't like
I don't
cigarette
like
smoke
cigarettes.
either. I don't like the smell of it. Like
And I
I
definitely
never
don't like
smoke
black
any
and
in the car.
miles. The
Yeah.
hell is wrong?
We have time to get into a topic or two?
Come on,
Sure.
let's do it.
Okay, before we get into a topic, let's just send out a quick congratulations to Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. All the speculation is done. A picture has been posted. We see a belly. So a baby is on the way. Of course, we don't know the gender, but congratulations to Rocky and Rihanna. Al.
Nice.
Now, somebody has childlike behavior. They're not expecting a child, but they acting like a child. So Jermaine Dupri, just like Babs Bunny expressed, he loved Janet Jackson. He said growing up, that was his dream girl. And when she finally gave him an opportunity to be in a relationship with her, we thought it was good. And then next you know, it wasn't working no more and then it was over. And now we know why. So a new series is out in there talking about Janet Jackson's life. And in it, Jermaine Dupri and Janet Jackson both shared that the relationship did not work because Jermaine Dupri was cheating. And he said it's hard to be faithful when you're with Janet Jackson because it makes so many other women attracted to you. And it's hard to be faithful. So we're going to go to the man in the room, okay? M.O.P.'s own Billy. The hell is going on? Dance. Let us know how you feel about your man Jermaine Dupri not being able to keep his thing locked and loaded while he had his dream girl.
You know what? That's sadly that's the shit that happens, right? Most guys, and I mean it's going to be guys on here that's gonna not be so happy about what I'm going to say, but most of us are full of shit, right? And we don't really grow up till we get a certain age or see something that really works for us, that really pulls us in. You know what I'm saying? With him making that statement, it's like, I mean, he looked for an excuse to make it to lessen the blow for himself, because if you're happy with who you're with, then you should be comfortable with that, right? Like, you can't really, and I don't know how old he was when he was dealing with her, but as a young man, it's like, yeah, well, mentally, obviously, right? But as a young man, you just, there's a lot of candy out there, even if it's not all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of candy out there. So, and he's Jermaine Dupri, a lot of chicks are trying to holler at him, and he just wasn't a grown man at the time. That's the excuse. That's not the excuse. That's the reason. He wasn't a grown man. He didn't man up. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. He didn't secure his relationship. You got to respect and protect your relationship. So he didn't do that. It's no other excuse.
Yo, Billy, this
Yeah,
guy,
but it's hard, and it's real hard when they on your body like that. That's
no, it's not.
Listen,
What?
No, it's not.
Look. I was a rock star, okay? I said, I can't be in no relationship right now, all right? I'm a rock star out here. And so at the end of the day, I understand it.
He had Janet in the strip club. Jermaine Dupri used to have Janet Jackson in the strip club in Atlanta. You know, she's trying to meet you where you are. But, you know, maybe Janet wasn't hitting in the bedroom. Because,
damn, I was just about to say that, love.
Because that happens too if you experience some people that's hitting, because Jermaine Dupri stayed in them strip clubs, and obviously the girls are gonna do what he asks, you know? So if Janet come along, you know, it's Janet Jackson, but then after you hit, like, I dated a celebrity, and everybody, oh my God, she's so bad, she's so beautiful, but it wasn't hitting, man, after you get over all that. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, you know, round the way girl, you know? So I'm just, you know, it wasn't hitting.
She Miss Jackson if you nasty. What you mean?
Nah.
Yo,
Miss
Jackson
if
you nasty.
She said she Miss Jackson if she's nasty.
How she grew up. You know what I'm saying? She was on lock and key. She wasn't out there wilding. She wasn't even doing all of that. But yeah, so.
And she said it don't even matter if you don't have money.
Yeah,
and first of all, we're not going to do that, because men are only as faithful as their options. And this is why when I'm dating somebody, when I'm in a relationship, until I get the ring, I'm not promoting you. You're not going on my page. I'm not telling nobody about you. I want to get to know if this is authentic and even worth it. Because you start promoting these people, and now all these people, you talk about, huh?
Ring no
now you know, this is my man crush Monday, this is my woman crush Wednesday, this is my crush every day. And so then you tagging this person, and now everybody flooding their DMs trying to see if they can scoop your nut. Nobody got no time for that.
Wait. So you think that men just can't be faithful at all?
My man Jermaine Dupri just told us. He said he had his dream girl, but because his options became even more open and flooded, he couldn't help himself. So this is why Janet should have left his little ass right in where she found him. Okay, she should have never promoted him.
I believe that men can be faithful, but I believe that it takes them to be in a certain space. That's just
you gotta find ugly ones.
And
you gotta find the ugly ones.
It's ugly.
Nah,
and you can't I was saying you can't make them feel cute. You gotta remind the nigga that he ugly. Like, hand him a mirror every 30 minutes, and then a picture of
sis
you,
is
nigga.
nuts,
Remember
yo.
that
She's
I'm
nuts.
Janet Jackson, and
she
you are Jermaine Dupri.
Fucking nuts, yo.
You need to remind these people. You gotta remind them of who you are. You put them in now you raising them up, and you making Jermaine Dupri feel good because he got Janet Jackson. Now he feeling himself, and he gonna start acting funny towards you, Janet Jackson. Hell no, that happened to me.
I got
let me say something.
Baby.
Let me say
something. On my heels.
Janet Jackson.
Wait, Billy, I got it.
Not picking up the phone when I call.
Tell them niggas why you mad. So tell them niggas why you mad, son.
So I think Janet Jackson is a star in this, and she's held in this light to the people that's her fans. When you get in close with anybody, not just Janet Jackson, you actually get to see who they are. So maybe he just didn't like her. That doesn't say it was cool for him to actually to do what he did. So like, and guys can be faithful, just like women can't sometimes be faithful. So it's about meeting
even when
in the
she's
middle,
not, you
right?
gonna at least feel like she is. These niggas don't even know how to cheat the proper way. The hell?
So what's the proper way to do? What's the right way to do something that's wrong anyway?
Man, this is some bullshit.
First of all, no, because if your grandparents are still together, you got to remember there was no social media. But trust and believe, Cecil was running off with Miss Shirley, and everybody in the neighborhood was telling
So
your
why
grandmother
was
and his
Cecil
grandmother
running off
to
with Miss
stick
Shirley?
with him.
Wait, did you hear her?
Back in the
She
day,
said
it was
Cecil was running off with Miss Shirley. Not Anna was running off with Charles up the block.
That was Cecil ass.
Come on.
That was
Come
Cecil.
on. Fair exchange ain't no robbery, sis. Fair exchange ain't no robbery. But look, so like I met Babs know my wife. I've been with my wife since I was 13 years old.
God bless.
We still here. We got generations of Dans going on here now. Right? And it's like for me and her, like we had to have that. It had to be something special. So that's with anybody. That's with you and your relationship and anybody else. If it's not that special thing, it just ain't gonna work. Somebody gonna go grab a pair of balls somewhere, and somebody gonna go find them some titties somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. You just gotta find that person that's gonna be 100% with you.
Janet wasn't hitting. That's what I'm telling you.
Janet
Don't
Jackson
say that
sex
because
wasn't
he
hitting.
still say he still miss her.
Allegedly.
He said he still miss her. And that's a factory.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Janet, listen, Janet, I don't know what they talking about.
Mariah's sex don't look like it's hitting either.
I'm not talking to y'all.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The baby allegedly she fluttering her hands. Okay, but niggas putting his cannon.
Mariah Carey look like she ain't got that deal, huh?
Can we talk about real quick? Cause IG about to shut us down.
Okay.
Shout out to Nick Cannon. What number is this? Baby number what?
7, I believe.
I thought it was up to 12 by
now.
now.
My man. That's my man. Shout out to
think
Nick
it's very
Cannon.
toxic.
Shout out to Nick Cannon. That's my man.
That's my man. She said that's my man.
No, seriously though, can we really have a quick before we go? Because I was just thinking about this and I read it on somebody in the comments, and it might be a lot true. It takes a lot more to raise a child than just money. So even though Nick Cannon can provide monetarily, how is he going to be able to establish an emotional attachment and connection with all of these children in the proper way? Is this becoming a toxic pattern? Like, do you guys think that this is something that is to be celebrated, or is he bugging out?
We have to see.
I don't know the situation that he got with his baby moms. They seem like they all cool with each other. Maybe they all chilling together. You know what I mean? And
Mine is Mariah, because she don't know nobody.
Shout out to Nick Cannon.
I think.
Well, Nick Cannon got that cannon.
That cannon is going off. Bang, bang, bang.
Cannon bust off. That cannon is bust off.
No, I think that just like you guys as mothers, how you have that connection to your kid, like us fathers, like we have the same thing. Like you guys have it, like it's more deeper, or it start before, because the child is actually growing inside of you. As a father, I know as when my son was first born, like it was the most, when I say that, people say this like it was the happiest day of my life, but it was literally the happiest day of my life, because he gave me new hope, new purpose. And to have the connection with them, the emotional connection that you just mentioned, sis, is that's easy, but you just got to want it to be there. You know what I mean? So the money is never going to matter. Of course, it takes $1 million. It takes $1 million on average to raise a kid. So that, Nick Cannon has that kind of money, so he's good to take care of the kids as far as financially. But just getting in spaces and hanging out with them is going to be the key. Right. And if you, it's like when you miss something, right? When it's your child, like you can miss them. Like anything else, it'll take you a week before you miss it, right? Anyone else, it'll probably take you a few days. But you miss your child instantly. Like, when when I don't see my kids for, you know, for the day, like, I'm like, where the hell are they? I ain't getting no phone calls. What the fuck is going on here? And I really don't want the phone calls. They all like, can I? But I just need to hear your voice. I need to see you.
Yes.
Because you make me better and make me keep going. Like, is it, what else? What else can we do?
With that being said, we got to wrap it up before they Instagram shut us down.
Yes.
Billy,
That's
thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you, ladies.
Show.
I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Be good.
Yes.
All right, y'all.
Salute.
Thanks. Salute.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Girl, who is you playing with? Wake that ass up. Talk to Big Daddy when you wake your ass up. Yo, what is you waiting for?